So your doctor may have been talking to you about the need for lifetime care with chiropractic, and you might be asking, why do I need to go to a chiropractor the rest of my life? Well, I addressed in a prior video that I did why you might have needed care for 6 months, 8 months, a year or so to accomplish correcting your spine or getting well. But now that you're well, why would you continue doing this? Well, there's a lot of benefits to getting chiropractic care on an ongoing basis. Those benefits primarily, when I'm talking with patients, are you get adjusted to stay healthy. It keeps you well. And you might ask, well, how does that happen? How does that work? What is it about getting your spine adjusted that keeps you well? Well, it's exciting that in today's world, there's been so much research that has been done, and the studies out right now, for example, that show that people who get adjusted, their blood pressure is lower. People who get adjusted have stronger immune systems. In fact, people who get adjusted once a week versus those who get adjusted less often, those people are healthier. So it's not either you did it once a year versus nothing. We're talking about you're consistently coming in for what we refer to as wellness care. And chiropractic, just like, for example, you go to the gym ongoing, you only benefit as long as you're doing it. Drinking bottled water, eating fruits and vegetables, heck, even brushing your teeth, you only benefit for as long as you're doing it. I mean, do you ever imagine a day you're going to stop brushing your teeth, assuming you have your teeth? Okay. Do you ever imagine a day that you're going to not eat healthy? I mean, you're always going to attempt to eat healthy. You're going to do these things ongoing, and you only benefit as long as you're doing them. Now, chiropractic falls in that same category. It's something you benefit from while you're doing it. And there's benefits that go in the future. Don't get me wrong. It's not as if you stopped today, for example, you were going to suddenly not benefit any longer. But over a period of time, those benefits will no longer be there. You'll no longer have the ongoing benefits. So that's where people use what's called ongoing chiropractic lifetime wellness care. And I'll share something with you. There's actually several types of ongoing care people can benefit from, and I'll just share them with you. One is what we call maintenance care, and maybe your doctors use that term with you, maintenance care. I got to tell you what maintenance care really is it's to maintain your spine. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be healthier, although you are compared to the average person out there, but it's maintaining the health of your spine, and ultimately you're going to come in as infrequently as possible to have that happen. And we find for most people it's about every 2 or 3 weeks they come in for an adjustment or a checkup. We check their spine. And then what we call wellness care. And wellness care is you're choosing to come in every week because what we see is you're just healthier. Your immune system is stronger. And for those who are wondering, how is it that getting your spine adjusted affects your health more than just, oh, it's my spine, it's affecting my spine. Well, we know we have our brain with our spinal cord and our nerves going out to all parts of our body. And when our spine is in proper alignment, all of that's working better. Our nervous system is working better. Our master control system is able to regulate our body the way it's supposed to. But here's something you may not be aware of. In today's world, we now know the immune system and the nervous system are completely interrelated. You can't actually affect one without affecting the other. There's actually a term that's actually used now called psychoneuroimmunology. The science of psychoneuroimmunology. You've heard about how the brain affects our health. That's the psycho part, okay? And then there's the neuro part, which is the nerve, and immunology, the immune system. It's all tied together, and you can't affect one without affecting the other. So if your nervous system isn't working as well, guess what? Your immune system isn't working as well. And everybody knows, and I know you watching this right now, you know without a strong immune system, you're not nearly as healthy. You're susceptible to infections, you're susceptible to colds, to flus. In fact, one of my favorite experiences with a patient in my own practice is when someone calls and says, Doc, I can't come in, or they talk to the receptionist, I can't come in, I'm not feeling well. And my receptionist says, no, you got to come in, you got to help you, because they haven't learned this yet. And they come in, and unfortunately they're fighting something. They have a flu that they're fighting or a cold. And I explain to them, I can explain to you, when you get adjusted, it stimulates your immune system. And in all circumstances, in all likelihood, you're going to experience feeling worse before you feel better. You're going to actually feel your fever come on stronger. You might feel perspiration. You might go home and feel really wiped out, almost as if someone hit a fast forward button on what you're experiencing. And I explain it to the patient. They get adjusted. They come back the next day and say, Doc, you were absolutely right. All night I sweated. I had my fever spiked. But today I feel like $1,000,000. It's like someone hit a fast forward button. That's a perfect example of what it feels like to go through what I call a healing crisis, where you feel like you're in crisis, but it's really a healing process. All of the normal functions of the immune system really get fired up, and you recover that much quicker. So it's routine that when people are getting adjusted under wellness care, at least in my experience, is when they do get susceptible to something and they have something like a cold or flu, they get through it quicker. Or more likely, they just don't get these things like patients routinely say, and you might have experienced, all my colleagues at work got the cold or quote unquote the flu this season, but I didn't get it suddenly, and meaning the patient. So what is the main benefit of lifetime wellness care? You being healthy, you not getting sick as often, okay? You keeping your immune system strong. And I know for a fact, I mean, I see it with my own kids, I see it with the kids of the parents that we take care of and all the young babies with the ear infections and all of these types of things, that they just recover better. And we now know why. The reason being is when you get adjusted, not only does it affect your nervous system, but more importantly, it affects your immune system. Have a great one. Thanks for watching.